And Emerald running the boards, running the laptops, whatever she's doing over there.
Hi.
All right. Well, we are back, hopefully, with live stream going and the whole 9 yards. So hopefully we're not going to run into any problems this week. We are at paranormalcentral.net if you want to watch us, or if you want to listen to audio, go to artbell.com at the Dark Matter Network. And I think what we've decided here, folks, because the live stream has not been so good to us, we are recommending everybody out there, and I mean everybody out there, to go to artbell.com and listen to us there. And watch us on the livestream.com website. And I think you're going to enjoy the sound quality way more. From what we understand, the artbell.com, obviously, website is rocking, and their sound is just a whole lot better. So if there's a way that you can do it, I would recommend it. Go to artbell.com and listen to us there, and watch us if you want on the live stream or at paranormalcentral.net. The sound quality at artbell.com is a lot better, guys. I mean, a lot better. So, all right. We're going to talk about, well, you know, what do we talk about in this show? Everything weird, crazy. We have some stuff that we definitely want to get into. And as you guys know, and as you guys have been watching us every week and listening to us, you know, we have a couple of reports that we like to do at the beginning of the show. And that is the UFO report and the Squatch report. We have a reporter out on the East Coast. His name is Ken Pfeiffer, and he is with MUFON, and he basically gives us the latest stuff on UFOs reporting around the world. And if there isn't any that good, then he goes back in his archives and pulls up some really cool ones that he has. So, Ken, are you there, buddy?
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
How's it going, Ken?
Hi, Ken.
Good, man.
How's everything out there?
Awesome. Everything's so far working good. Yeah, I mean we got audio and video now. Finally, thank God.
And a sunny day.
Is Alan there too?
Alan
yes,
is
sir.
here.
How you doing, Ken?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. So, all right, Ken, I got your pictures, and so does everyone. If you are on the artbell.com website right now, you can pull up Ken's photographs of UFOs marked number 1 through number 5. And as soon as we get done with then Ken, we're going to be talking with Danny Valdrum on the Squatch Report, and you'll be able to see the Bigfoot photos on his website as well. So if you're watching here, I'm going to go ahead and put up UFO number 1. Ken, take it away, buddy, on UFO on your UFO. We got number 1.
Okay, yeah, that was photo number 1.
That's amazing
let me
looking.
see here. That was February 9th, 2014, from North End, New Brunswick, Canada. That's a MUFON case file, and I'll have a couple photos there. The number 1 photo is pretty cool. The number 2 photo, I think, is even more. It's really strange what these things are. I have a brief statement from the witness. Like I said, February 9th, that was only last week, 2014. The witness said, my girlfriend and I got out of the car to see a friend, and we noticed a huge bright orb traveling east. The sky was clear. I started recording with my Sony Handycam. It's a 700 by 2000 zoom Handycam, and the object was traveling really fast and hard to track with my camera, but got what I could. I copied the video to my computer to watch it and used a photo program to bring out the shape of the object and got a few different shaped ones from it. It was surprising that it was going so fast, but it was still noticeable in the sky. We lost sight of the object because it got too far away to see. So he must have zoomed in all the way. Apparently these objects were pretty far up there. It's hard to say how far in the altitude they were, but they were. I really had to crop in and zoom in on them so I can get a pretty good image for you guys to see. But that was photo 1 and 2.
Very cool. All right. I couldn't even tell you what those look like to me, man. It's just weird looking.
Oh yeah, they're strange.
It almost looks like somebody took in paint and put black around it, kind of like, it almost looks like an embryo, kind of like.
Yes, it does actually. Yes, you're right. It does. So, all right, I got number 3 on the screen there, Mr. Ken. Go for it. What the heck is this?
Okay, yeah, photo 3. I thought this was pretty cool.
Wow.
This one here, that was February 9th, 2004. Maricopa, Arizona, around 8 p.m. This is also a MUFON case file. Photo 3. A brief statement said that my mother was outside smoking around 8:30 p.m. when she observed a red glowing light around treetop level moving at around 20 miles per hour. She yelled at me to come outside and look at it. I came outside and saw what she was pointing at and started filming it on my iPhone camera. It had a red glow to it as I caught the remaining 20 seconds before it left our field of view. My mother, who saw around 2 minutes of it, said to her when it was in the midpoint of her viewing area that she could see a disc-like outline. I sent my brother my iPhone video of what I caught, and he pulled some still pictures up from it after zooming in on the object. It was traveling from north to south, maybe about 100 feet from treetop level. So I thought I've seen this type of object before, and it's kind of hard. As a matter of fact, this basically looks like what I saw back in '74, but what I saw had a turquoise, greenish blue look to it, but I saw it from underneath, and this looks like it may be possibly a pretty good side view of a glowing disc. What do you think?
I'm thinking you are right. Whatever it is, it's definitely giving off a glowing, radiant type of light. And did she catch this when it was moving or it was hovering at one position? Did she say?
I believe it was moving. Apparently, it was moving pretty pretty
quick. So she was lucky to get this.
They were having trouble trying to follow it, but I think the good part about some of these videos, you can, if you have the right equipment on the computer, you can, they basically stop the computer, and it's called a snipping tool on your computer. Most tabletops and laptops have them. You can basically, snip a photo, take a photo right out from your video. And that's what he did. They came out pretty good, I think.
Yep, sure did. Awesome. All right, let's go to number 4. And we have 4 coming up.
Okay, let me see here. Number 4. That was July 10th, 2013. This is Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. I believe that's on the western tip, Aleutian Island type area out there. It's a MUFON case file. But this was very interesting. A brief statement here is I run this UFO news site, and I received a sighting from someone. Someone sent me an email this morning wanting to report a sighting they had in Kelowna. The written statement is, I have a picture. No one has seen it before. Can you please not give my personal information away? I do not want this to get out of hand. I have told no one up to this point. I agree and asked him to send the picture right away along with his explanation. I was blown away from what I saw and what he told me next. He told me he was out walking his dog along the Okanogan Lake where he witnessed the UFO. He told me that he witnessed the UFO come out of the water, hovered for about a minute and a half, then took off. The UFO came out of the water without making any noise or disturbing the water, and my dog started barking at it as it hovered over the lake for over a minute. Then it suddenly flew away in seconds. And
that's a cool
that
photo.
Was a very strange. I tried to zoom in on it. I wish the quality was better, but
let me.
That's part of my theory. I think the perfect place for these things to be hiding is in our lakes, rivers, and oceans.
Yep.
Oh, good idea.
And I think that's what they're doing.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom on it on my end a little bit, and I can do that with the program that I'm using through Livestream. And right now, for all those who are looking at it at Livestream, it's going to come up at your face here pretty quick. I'm actually kind of anxious to see it on Ellen's computer when it comes up.
It looks like a large structure. It really does.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Is it definitely has structure to it? It's not It doesn't look like it's like right in front of the camera. It looks like it's halfway out in the lake or on the other side of the lake. To me, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. I can't make out the shape, but it's definitely, it's not a bird. It's not an aircraft that we know of. So I don't know.
Wow, it almost looks like something out of Star Trek. Or Star Wars. Like what was the one? Boba Fett, a Boba Fett ship, kind of like.
I don't know.
Weird
I'm trying to zoom on it right now, Ken, a little bit more. So, okay.
It just goes to show that there's all different kind of styles and types of these craft out there.
Yeah.
I like to compare it to either you have a Volkswagen or a Cadillac. It seems that the styles, it doesn't necessarily have to be a disc for these things to travel through space.
Right.
It's hard to say.
Right. Absolutely. The word flying saucer really doesn't pertain anymore to what we are doing, because these aircrafts are now coming in way different sizes and shapes, and flying saucer. I haven't used the word flying saucer in such a long time because of this photo that you have here does not represent a flying saucer at all.
And triangles.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A lot of people are saying triangles now.
Right on. Okay, number 5.
Okay, number 5 here. This one's from Auckland, New Zealand.
Ooh, cool.
As a matter of fact, I have seen a lot of photos from this gentleman here. I haven't heard from him recently. Haven't seen anything posted from him recently. But this was January 10, 2010. MUFON case file, Auckland, New Zealand. It's a very brief statement. This picture was captured 11th of January 2010, 1:58 p.m. through the viewfinder. I could see the object quickly passing the sky above my garden. Like I said, this gentleman here, he has copyright on his photos, but that's okay. We can use them, and he has many of them he has sent into MUFON, and this is probably one of the better ones that that I was able to pick out from the MUFON case files.
I'm looking at this and I'm going, paper airplane.
Plane.
It's to me. I make paper airplanes for my son all the time, and
the crazy part about this is, and it's a shame because it's really kind of hard to tell from this photo, but this thing was pretty far up in the sky. Like I said, in order to enlarge them and get them a little bit bigger for people to see and recognize. This from the original photo, this thing was
way up there.
I would probably say 500, 600, 700 feet in the air.
Then it wasn't an airplane. Okay, well, I'm glad you cleared that up because a lot of people were probably thinking the same exact thing I was thinking. White paper airplane with some color at the front part, and there you go. But if this thing was up 700 in the clouds, well, then no, I don't think it was a paper airplane. And
what about a regular
plane?
No,
this thing was up there, that's for sure.
Right on.
But that's about it right now.
Okay, very cool. Very for all those people who don't know, we have Ken's websites on our website links. And go ahead and tell everybody what your website is again, Ken.
My photo website is worldufophotos.org, and my article website is worldufophotosannews.org. I have close to 200,000 hits already on my news World UFO Photos, so it's working out pretty good. And I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. It's really it's really helping me a lot. I appreciate it.
No problem, Ken. And always keep me informed if you have anything coming up during the week that just needs to be told. Let me know, all right, so I can put it on my Facebook and then let everybody know on my side about it. Okay.
That sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Al, Jeff. You're good guys.
Hey,
thanks,
we'll
man.
See you later,
Catch
Ken.
you later, Ken.
Hi.
Okay.
looks like live stream's doing it to us. I mean, it went down, but it looks like it came back. But it's still going on the Art Bell Dark Matter Network.
Absolutely. That's why we're telling everybody, go over there and listen to us.
We knew it when those helicopters are coming over.
I have words I want to say to them, but I can't because we're on the radio.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
All right, now we got the Squatch Report with Danny Valderrama, the biggest Bigfoot geek I have ever known. Danny, are you there?
Hey,
Danny. I am here.
Right on.
I don't know if you guys are.
Oh yeah,
We're here. Oh yeah, no, thanks.
we're in and out.
Showing on my end.
No, we are here, and we got everything running this time, so I think we're going to be able to pull this off, Mr. Danny. So.
All right. Because everyone's complaining on chat that they can't see you.
Well, yeah.
Well, why would they want to see me anyway? That's what I don't understand, dude. Yeah, shut up. Okay.
Listen to you on our bill.
All right, number one,
Well,
Danny.
When we started this, we thought we weren't going to get much because during the winter months,
Right.
there wouldn't be much activity, but there's plenty of activity out there.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
It's been pretty good, hasn't
really.
it? So, okay, now I read this story that you're going to be talking about right now about the whatchamacallit in Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, spill it.
What if it's a werewolf?
Well, yeah, that could very well be a possibility. All right, go for it, Danny.
All right, there's a family that claims that they were out looking for a new place to live because where they were living, it's crime-ridden now, and they wanted to just find a new place to live. And there's a lot of unemployment in the area because of all the workers that are unemployed now. So they have a bunch of areas that are just abandoned now. And this family claims that they were driving around on a Thursday afternoon looking for a new place to live. And they came through this area where a bunch of abandoned houses were. And the wife happened to see something coming out of the house. So she told her husband about it. So he hit the brakes and slowed down. And what he saw was a hairy arm reaching out of a window. So he said, "What the heck is that?" So he said he's going to break his arm or cut it all up on the glass there. Then he saw the whole body coming out of the window. He said it looked like a monkey, only a big monkey with a stick in his hand. Maybe about 7 feet tall, short reddish hair, a human face. Said as crazy as it sounds, it had a human face, and the eyes were all big and dark, and a huge head. We saw it, the whole sighting lasted about 30 seconds.
Now
The guy started screaming to get out of there. His kids were going crazy. He had his whole family in the car. So he drove away. You could see it in the mirror. You could see it pounding the stick on the ground. And they just drove away. And somebody did a Google search on the area.
That's what my next question was.
There is a river located to the north of the area where they have this sighting. It doesn't say exactly where, but somehow this guy found the area that he was in.
Right.
And you can see the satellite image shows a lot of abandoned houses, a river that you can get to the area from. So who knows?
Now, obviously, you don't have the location, so you don't know where this river goes to. Is it like leads to a hill, a mountain, or do you know?
We don't know. It just says Detroit, Michigan on this report, but
Right.
somehow somebody found out exactly where it was because they did a Google search and
Right.
did an aerial view of the area. So I'll have to do more checking to see exactly where that was, see if we can get the.
Well,
they could probably go miles in a river
Yeah.
in one night. I mean, if they're swimming, they swim very well. Whoop, is that a
It
goodbye,
looks like
Dan?
they've taken over the abandoned houses.
That's right. Somebody's calling in.
In
That's
the
right.
area.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Right on. And Alan just came up with a theory of maybe it was a werewolf. Well, I don't think a werewolf would have had a stick in its hand. Meaning,
I don't know.
and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, like for example, the werewolf out of the hit TV show on Sci-Fi called, oh my God, it's just, not Grimm, but there's another one. But anyways, when they change into a werewolf, they're totally different species, an animal. So I'm thinking more of a Sasquatch than a werewolf, only because if it had a large stick and it was using it to scare them away, then obviously, that's what I'm thinking. But again, when I first heard Detroit, I'm going, not now. I don't know Detroit. I don't know the area. I don't know if there's hills, forests, mountains. I don't know. But then again, when we talk about Bigfoot, a lot of people assume the mountains. Not necessarily, because these things come down from the mountains and they can travel long distances at nighttime and hide. And when daytime comes around, they hide, and nighttime comes around, they get out and look for food and travel. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about this one.
I don't think of forest when I think of Detroit either, so I don't know.
Right. So, are the chat saying we're clean?
Yeah, we're out.
Okay. I got to reboot. for some.
and arrows, and all they had was sticks and rocks.
Right.
You know, so I guess that's in history of, you know, the history of Bigfoot lore.
All right.
All right.
Ready for the
Number
next
2.
one?
Yeah, right for that, number 2.
The next one, I posted the video on your Facebook page, and it kind of reminded me of our trip to Porterville. It doesn't say where it happened, but this guy was out. He set up cameras inside his truck so that you couldn't see them.
Oh.
And he had them open, like the back part of his camper shell had open, and the camera was pointing out of it, hide it as much as possible from whoever might be able to see it.
Right.
And he let him run all night. And he got up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. He walked to my camera, and he was coming back. You see these 2 giant glowing eyes just behind him, standing, almost like it looked like it was standing next to him. But he didn't see it. It was pitch dark.
Now, I saw the video, Danny.
You can see him walking by.
Right. I saw the video, and when these eyes blinked, the guy, when he passed right in front of him, dude, we're talking like 10 or 15 feet.
Yeah.
Right. He was
And
right
about
there,
7
dude.
feet tall, it looked like.
Oh, my God. It's like, he was right
that
there.
happened to Alan when he went out in Porterville when we were camping.
Right.
Man, I remember
Saw
that.
an outline of something standing near the bathrooms.
Moving back and forth like this, huh?
Yeah, actually, me and my nephew, I went out first, and I saw it, and then I beat it back to my bed quick, and then my nephew went right out after me, and then I heard him hoofing it back in, and then right after that we had sensors set up, the movement sensors, and then they went off, and then that was it. I hid my head under the covers,
And I just, for the
was
life of me,
huge.
I cannot. Why you did not wake me up?
I was scared.
God,
It was huge.
I can't believe that.
It was monster looking.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
size.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Last
and
time I
you
took
can't
you
see
up.
these eyes. He couldn't see the eye shine or anything like that. The only reason we can see it is because they're reflecting off of the infrared camera.
Oh, is that what it is? It's the infrared reflecting.
Yeah, off the eyes.
Ah, I thought it was just glowing, and I was thinking, man, that almost looks like a cartoon. You know, when like Bugs Bunny goes in the closet, you know, and then all of a sudden everybody's eyes pop open.
Right.
It kind of looked like that to me.
Wow. All right, that is number 2. Let's go to number 3.
All right, this is another video I put on your website. Another person claims to have shot a Bigfoot in the snow, and this one's still buried in the snow. I guess he shot it and then came back. The video is of the creature buried in the snow. And this happened in Loch Raven Reservoir along Gunpowder Falls River in Maryland. He said he shot it with a 30-06 and it went down. And they took off and they came back and it's buried in the snow. So he has like the head kind of dug out, but
Dude.
Man,
can't
is
really
that-
see anything.
No.
Is that like an eye looking at us right there?
I can't see. I can't make it out. What
Man,
are you looking at?
That look like right here.
Well, you know what? Check it out. Top right-hand corner. The hair.
Yeah,
You
his
see
hair's
that?
sticking out of the top.
Yeah.
It's pretty long. So
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
what? Like take your little zoom in tool and zoom right into the face right there.
I think you would have taken more snow off.
I'm going to
if
get
it was
scared.
real. There's 2 videos. One's 30 seconds and one's 9 seconds. And he says pretty much the same thing in it. Like one is rehearsed and one's not. I don't know.
I think that's an eyeball.
I can't tell.
Like right
Where,
there,
right there?
man.
No.
Look right here. Right here.
Right there? I don't know. But if he says he used a 30-06, well then
Yeah, he says he used a
I
30-06.
am taking mine next time. Because I'm going to take mine 30-06.
It's
If
actually
that
a good
can-
idea
'cause if
all
that-
the time.
Yeah, because if you can bring down one of those with 30-06, well then I'm taking mine then.
I think you could do it with a 22 if you're a good shot.
Right in the forehead?
Yeah, we used to take down. I worked at a butcher shop, and we would shoot bulls, and go out, and we would even bet like if you shot them right between the eyes, they would drop straight down, and if you shoot a little bit to the left, they'll reel to the left and fall down. If you shoot a little bit to the right, they'll reel to the right and then fall down. And I mean, I've shot a lot of like 2,700-pound bulls with a 22.
Wow. All right, number 4, and I know who this dude is. Oy.
Yeah, this is from Dr. Matt Johnson. He's up in Oregon, and he and his family had a sighting a long time ago along the Oregon Caves Trail, and that's how he got his start into Bigfoot. And it looks like he's going to start charging to go with him.
And there you go. There you go.
He's going to start charging for reels.
There you go.
See, I was starting to like the guy. Maybe no.
See that?
Because his expeditions are cheaper than the BFRO, who charges up to $500. He's going to charge $300 or $500 for two people. And then if anybody else wants to go from the immediate family, it's another $200.
Okay.
And
see, this is where I draw the line right here. And that's one of the reasons why I think people take us seriously, is because we have not written a book as of yet. All right?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
We have one coming, maybe.
We aren't charging people to do anything that we are involved with the paranormal.
We never have.
We never have.
Never will.
We never will. To this day, we have not made 1 cent off of anything we have done. All right? Now, when people start charging, like, for example, Matt Moneymaker, and I heard Cliff was going to start doing that, or has he been doing that?
He has been.
Yeah,
but he works with Matt Moneymaker.
Okay, well, see, Cliff Brackman and Matt Moneymaker and Finding Bigfoot, they charge, and they take people with them. Now this guy here, Matthew Johnson. Now, Matthew Johnson had one incident happen to him and his family. They were walking on a trail. I think somebody had to go to use the bathroom. They walked off, and then all of a sudden there was this thing looking at them. It was two kids, the wife and him, and I think he smelled something. I think that's what startled them.
Well, he walked off and went to the bathroom, and he went off the trail. Then he turned around and looked at it and seen this thing
looking at his family,
right. And it scared him.
And that's when he walked back down, got his family, started walking off really fast. So, okay,
well, you know something interesting about that is about him. He did the research kind of like how we do it right now, and now he kind of gets on people. Like if you want to get,
he doesn't take any electronic devices with him.
Yeah, but he did for a few years.
Yeah, he did, and he had no experiences. And once he stopped taking all the electronic devices with him, then he started having a lot of experiences.
I mean, we go and we take. I mean, we got headphones on, and I mean, Danny's got cameras all over him, and I mean, got our cell phones out doing stuff, and microphones hanging out. I mean, we got everything, and we get things.
Yeah,
these things mess with us, even with all that.
So he says the fee is to pay for his organizational efforts prior to the trip, plus permits that he needs, plus to regulate the demand of attendees. And it's a fundraiser to help cover Dr. Johnson's Bigfoot habituation research expenses.
Well, I know he lives in Washington, in the northern part of Washington. So then he has to drive something like 400 and something miles to get to his
back and forth, all the way down to the Oregon, area, California border.
Yeah, I mean, that is a little bit of money.
Yeah, well, he's a psychiatrist. He should be making good money. Hey, I work for AT&T, and I'm not charging anybody.
Wonder if he ever had a Bigfoot on a couch.
Psychiatrist, I got it.
So tell me about your childhood.
All right, next one. We got a map with a bunch of purple markings on it. What's this?
Yeah, you should have 3 maps. I sent you one kind of late after.
Yeah, and I got that too.
You got all 3 of them?
I have, Why the first one's the one with the purple markings.
The first one's has a little blue people on it. It's a map of all the claimed burial sites of giants around the world.
What?
These are all different reports. Like Yosemite had some, and Nevada had some of all these people that they claim that they found burial sites of giants.
And
that map is. And then the next map is a map of all the Bigfoot reports from the United States.
Oh, man. So what you're saying is they correlate, kind of like, right?
Yeah, and then the third map is a missing 411 map. People who have disappeared from East Coast to West Coast. And take a look at all 3 of them together. They pretty much match.
Wow, good job, Danny. Good job.
I knew we hired somebody for a reason.
That was
you're getting a raise.
That was good work, man.
from nothing to nothing, triple.
Yeah, this is discovered by Shane Carpenter, who did the research on these, and said, "Hey, wait a minute, something's going on here."
What did you
They're all
say? He
pretty
was
much the same mess.
he was an insane carpenter. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Shane Carpenter from the Bigfoot
Shane.
community page.
Yeah.
I saw this on there. Wow.
Okay, now, well, you know what? This makes sense. This definitely makes sense.
So maybe people who are saying that we don't have any bodies yet, maybe we do. If the giants have been discovered, maybe that's them.
That's got to be them, huh?
You know what? I've been saying that for a while. In fact, I talked to some tribal people in Oklahoma. They have places that the Indians have on their land that you could go and look at these things, the skeletons, and you pay and you go in but only the government. See, the government was
they can't go on there, huh?
No,
the government can't go on.
They
res.
Right, and nobody can dig them up or move them either because the tribe won't let them. And the government calls them ancestors to the tribe, but the tribe doesn't say that because they have red hair, and almost all of them have red hair, and they're huge. Mm-hmm. But all the skeletons that previously people dug up, nobody knows where they are. And they all went to the Smithsonian pretty much.
Yeah, in the back room under lock and key.
Which
Wow,
is interesting.
They found some in Nevada too that had red hair. The red-haired giants is what they call them.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Bigfoot right there, man. But our government is taking them away as soon as they can and get a hold of them. Now, are they allowing people to take photographs when they go to see these things?
Yeah, there was one of them. I wanted to go to it really bad, but my wife and everybody was more into the ancestry of the Native American part, not the giant part. I was into the giant part.
Right.
But I went on the website and it showed pictures, of the entrance into it's like a mound, and they dug into this mound and they're all laid in there, There's probably like 9 of them laying in there, and they have it all cordoned off so you can, look at them and take pictures. And there's actual pictures on the web. I'll have to find that.
See, that's what really. There are so many pictures on YouTube and on the web of these giants, right? We don't know what is real and what is not, and that and it
makes it hard.
That's
it
my
makes it
biggest
hard.
complaint about Bigfoot. About YouTube too, because when you go onto YouTube, it asks you if you can put commercials on there, they'll pay you for your views.
Right.
And sometimes people fake stuff or put some crazy stuff on there to get the views, so they can get the money from YouTube.
Yeah. It's
it
like
doesn't necessarily have to be true.
right. And there's a lot of the fake Bigfoot videos. There's just one stupid, it says Bigfoot caught on tape, right?
Yep.
Well, it's a guy with a foot with no socks on, barefoot, right, with some Scotch tape hanging on it with the reel, and he's shaking it. So it's Bigfoot caught on tape, and it has like almost 10 million hits.
Yeah, it does have like 10 million
Now,
views,
if it almost has 10 million hits, you know how much money that guy made for doing that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and you know how many people slap themselves in the forehead after it was like, "Dah!"
Yeah, and the guy going, "Cha-ching, thank you." Losers. So, all right, anything else?
That's it.
Awesome, dude. All right, well, I guess I will talk to you next Sunday, and one thing I have to say to you is stop following me around town.
I know. I saw you guys today. Enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. Crest Theater.
At the Crest Theater, we're giving away those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tickets. So we'll talk about that in a little bit.
The line was endless.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, Danny. Thanks, dude.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.
Later, Danny.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was that never-ending line, or never beginning line.
All right, that was the Squatch report from Danny and the UFO report from Ken out on the East Coast, Mr. MUFON man. All right, as usual, I have stuff written down in my handy-dandy notebook. But let's talk about first, let's go ahead and talk about the thing that I have posted right now on the thumbnail of the website, and that is the link to this particular episode, and that is the Starbucks coffee logo. Everybody's going, oh no, what is he going to talk about? What Starbucks coffee logo? Yes, I want to definitely talk about that. Why do you want to talk about this Starbucks coffee? Well,
You know,
what really hit me though,
a lot of logos
they
have
represent
stuff.
they
in
represent
them.
something. Yes, they do.
And I knew that, like Exxon has the X's for the
American Unearthed. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now,
and the toothpaste has one. It has like a, I think it's almost like this one, and it has little stars around its head.
oh, that's Procter and Gamble.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I was taught about that one in college.
Really.
Yeah, Procter and Gamble. Oh, I should have put that out. Doggone it.
Yeah, well, you could still. What do you know about that one? And before we tell them about this one,
Okay, well, let's talk about the Starbucks coffee. All right. Where do I even begin, people? Okay, what's the matter, Emerald?
Nothing.
You want to step outside?
Sure. Sorry.
we're gonna bag on her coffee.
No, she doesn't drink that
Oh,
much.
that's right. She doesn't drink
She
coffee.
doesn't drink that. Okay. Starbucks coffee. Let's talk about that. Now, again, this has been in the back of our minds for a while. My wife, she's going to take credit for this one too. But I really wanted to talk about it after what happened last week or the week after, when that Saturday Night Live comedian decided to open up a Starbucks coffee in Los Angeles, but he put the word dumb in front of it, D-U-M-B, and it's called Dumb Starbucks Coffee. And he opened up, I mean, everything is identical. I mean, you would think it's a regular Starbucks coffee restaurant, but it has the word dumb on it. Okay. Now,
Like, is that trying to be funny?
why did he do this? Why did he do this? As a matter of fact, I was reading an article that this is coming from him. All right. He says, it's weird how people are attracted to this coffee, place. It reminds him of zombies. How it's like, they have to have this item. Okay, it's like, everybody is just, they're so into this coffee, they have to have it no matter what, every day.
That's true, because I have
Okay.
6 kids, okay? And some of them have some girlfriends and wives and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually, and I'm not going to name names, but
Go ahead,
I've
name
actually,
them.
I can't remember. They're all numbers now. There's so many of them. Like 26 grandkids, 1 through 26. I don't know their name.
Number 4, come here.
But only that I've watched as some of them threw a fit because they wanted a Starbucks and they wanted their boyfriend or husband or to get up and go drive to the Starbucks and go get this and bring it back. And I've seen it more than once. And I've seen them cave and get in the car and go drive and come back because, and then the person was happy.
Okay.
But would not shut up.
Without the Starbucks coffee.
Right, yeah, it was almost like,
my wife's a school teacher.
like a drug.
And a lot of the teachers in her school show up to school every morning holding a Starbucks coffee in their hand. It must. They have to have it every day. Now, all right. Now let's look at this particular company, Starbucks. It was the restaurant came into play in the late 1970s, I believe, and it started up in Seattle. And they came up with a logo. Now, why did they come up with this particular logo? Well, I'm going to show you right now on my live stream the original logo. Okay, this is the original logo that they started off with in the 1970s, late 1970s, but it was a little offensive.
That's how long that Starbucks has been open?
Like the 1970s.
I thought it was like 90s.
Like 1970s.
What?
Now, obviously, there's probably thousands of these all over the world now. It's not just in the United States. It's worldwide.
I know, yeah.
Okay. Now, this was the original logo. Okay, it showed basically what it's showing is a mermaid, and you can actually see the breast on these with 2 tails. Now people are going, okay, big deal. It's a mermaid with breast and 2 tails. Well, the owner or whoever started up this company, this is an actual mythology creature. Is what they're using. All right, and it's called a siren. A an evil natural spirit is where they got this from the 1500s. For all those who don't know, who are into mythology, or seen actual, I think Sinbad. Actually, I think I remember seeing in there where the sailors in these ships were going by this mountain, and all of a sudden you would hear like wailing and whistling of a beautiful voice. Well, it was actually these mythology creatures of these mermaids on the side of these cliffs, and it would attract the sailors to turn towards them and crash into the rocks and die. All right. Now, this particular meaning of this siren, and I'm this is on the internet, guys. You guys can go pull this up. It's obsession, addiction, and then death. All right.
In chat, one of our chat people said in the South they opened a Starbucks in a funeral home. So really, they were like in game on that.
Ooh.
Did you say it was like death?
Death. Okay, well, I'm going way different on the death part or your funeral thing, okay? This is way different than that. Okay, so why would they choose, I should say, a mythology creature that represents obsession, addiction, and then death? All right, now.
Only meth is like that.
Now think about this, guys. Starbucks coffee. All the people that I know, like Alan just said, are addicted big time. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, they will stop and get some coffee at Starbucks. Anywhere you can drive right now to the nearest corner, depending on where you live, and there's a freaking Starbucks coffee there.
And a bunch of people sitting outside.
Yeah, just drinking coffee. Like, ooh, yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad.
Their Priuses parked, like, in a row.
Right. Where am I going with this, guys? Well, I think there's way more than what we think. This is just a regular restaurant that sells coffee. I mean, this guy in L.A., the comedian from Saturday Night Live, I think he's doing this because he sees it also. I mean, he even said, these people flock to these restaurants like they're zombies, like they have to have their fix. All right? What's going on? I mean, it's like, are they putting something in these coffees that are really addictive? I mean, think about it. To all those people out there who are on chat or who go and have to have a Starbucks every day, could you not do that for a week? Could you try to not do that? I mean, could you do it? And I don't know, because nobody in here, Emerald and Alan and Cheryl and myself, we don't go to Starbucks. So we would not know if we could do this or not, the addiction. I don't know. But in the chat, I mean, really, and you guys, I want to be serious about this. Could you go for a whole week without drinking Starbucks coffee? Could you?
I can't go a whole week without drinking coffee.
Right.
I mean, I got one right here.
Sure. You're a big time coffee holic. Yeah, you definitely are.
I really don't like Starbucks that much. If I go in there, I'll order the mocha with 2 shots of espresso in it, so that you get wired.
Right.
Well, then, question: would it be just the addiction to coffee? Why would it have to be Starbucks? Because Starbucks is the main coffee seller.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Dunkin' Donuts came out and coffee sunk, would you still see the same amount of people drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee that were Starbucks? So is it the coffee or is it the brand? And
now,
I'm just playing
that's a
devil's
good
advocate.
question.
Right.
Like some people, I know some people, they want to be seen with the Starbucks cup.
See, I've heard that too.
Just like people want to be seen with a Macy's bag or
Victoria's Secret.
There you go.
Victoria's
Get it
Secret.
straight.
Shut up.
I mean, you won't catch me with a
or a
Victoria's Secret
Gucci bag, or driving a Mercedes or a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he
Beamer.
said, what was it? But yeah, it's basically like an Apple for Apple. You have to have an Apple computer.
Mine's Jamba Juice.
Oh,
Jamba Juice.
See, that's addictive too. No,
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding. So I'm just anything on chat about them drinking? I mean,
somebody
maybe
likes their foo-foo drinks.
Maybe no one wants to.
It's the yuppie hipsters wanting to seem cool.
Could be.
My chat's so mean.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no
they're
one wants,
tough.
and no one is admitting to it either, are they? Maybe no one is admitting to it. You know what I would love to do, and one of these days when I get interns, like Jimmy Kimmel can do this stuff, and I can't right now, but I would like to get a couple of interns and go to a couple of Starbucks coffees, and I hope this doesn't upset anybody, but I would like to find out the affiliation in the way they vote, Democratic or Republican.
You could do that with I think it's like on our Paranormal Central like page. We can create a poll.
No, see, I wouldn't trust them. I would want somebody to physically go up to a person and ask them, "Hey, we're taking a poll. How do you vote, Republican or Democrat?" And I would like to know. Seriously, I would like to know how they vote. People that go to Starbucks, because that is one of the main reasons why I'm talking about this. Is the government messing with us and messing with people on the way to vote, how the government is basically keeping you in check. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Starbucks coffee. And like you just mentioned, Ellen, that you've seen a lot of Priuses parked out.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, I have no idea what the correlation is.
Exactly. I want to know what the correlation is. Is it because usually people who drive Priuses are very liberal?
That's true.
Okay,
that.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious, 100%. 99.99% of Prius drivers are liberals.
Where's your evidence?
You can go to every single Prius driver out there right now, stop them in their track and ask them, and they would tell you they're liberal.
And almost every Prius has a Starbucks bumper sticker. No.
And then I love Obama too on it. That's where I'm going.
I'm going to start looking at
Look, go ahead. That's where I'm going with this. So that's what I'm trying to get at, is that I think this has something to. I think this is way more than people think, and it's right in front of our eyes, but you guys are not really paying attention to it.
What about the Prius logo? You think it's like a correlation to the Starbucks logo?
Maybe you're thinking, because I could see where you're going with this, but I'm looking, you mentioned Apple. Well, you see, like the whole zombie thing, you kind of brought it back up. There's people saying that our society is already growing like zombies, because you look and everybody's on their phone. We're not communicating with each other. We're just on our phone, drinking our Starbucks. And but you know where I'm going with this?
Well, you know what? That's kind of weird that you said that, because at every Starbucks you can get on the internet for free and get on the web.
Yeah, because you can see a lot of students by the college.
Yeah, I mean, we
at
have
the
a Starbucks on campus.
Sure.
Oh, you have one on? There's one on campus.
There's one in our library.
There's one at the Fresno airport.
Yeah.
Inside.
But
So as soon as you get off a plane, you're like, coffee. Oh.
Well, could it not be the logo or the brand or whatever? It could just be how our society. Well, that could go either way. It could be our society because of the brand, or because of the brand, it could be our society. I don't know if that makes sense.
I to me, like the brand thing, because of how if you go and look at these large corporations, all of them, when you start researching their logo, you start finding these that really negative type,
that they went to go find a logo to represent their company in the appropriate way. You follow me?
Right.
That this was not a spoof, an accident that they chose this particular logo. It's because
they researched
that, and this is what they wanted to occur eventually, is by attracting the masses to buy their coffee. Okay, yes, to make multi-gazillion dollars, of course, but I think there's more to it than just that. I really do. Like you said, there are corporations out there who physically go out and look for these logos, like the Illuminati.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking it.
Okay, this is what I'm going at.
It always links to these kinds of logos. You know what I mean? Like the lore and myth and they're always like not good.
Yes, and that's where I'm going with this. The Illuminati. There's just it just like I said. This comedian who thinks he's a comedian from Saturday Night Live, and go Google this, you guys. He actually, just started a restaurant, and he put the word dumb, and actually he's getting away with it. Supposedly, there's a loophole in the trademark or whatever it was that if it's a parody on your logo, that it can be done, and you can't do nothing about it. So, as from what I understand, Starbucks is like, they can't do anything about this. So the word dumb is, and I thought, cause check it out, on Paranormal Central, I actually had that trademarked, all right, and what I did in the wording, what I thought these guys didn't do, because of Starbucks, what?
I googled logos, just the keywords logos and Illuminati, and then there's images. It says signs of allegiance, like alliance, and Starbucks is actually one of them that are on there.
There you go.
That's weird.
And actually, it's supposed to be an allegiant to the dark.
Yeah,
evil.
and then you mentioned Exxon, right?
Yeah,
that's on there too.
Yeah.
How about Procter and Gamble? Type in Procter and Gamble.
No, it's probably on there.
It's got to be on there. It's a half moon with the stars on it.
Hold on.
And for all those people right now who are listening, go to their cupboards, go to their restrooms and the cabinets, anything made by Procter Gamble. There's this logo. Don't even bother doing that. Just go Google Procter and Gamble, and hit image, and you will find the logo, and that logo represents the same thing, Illuminati. It all comes together, you guys. This is not a joke. I mean, Illuminati, New World Order, I think they're using all this and what they put. No, okay, well, look at Procter & Gamble owns Crest. What's in Crest? Fluoride.
Yeah, and then I just read an article. Somebody came out and said that fluoride caused cancer, death, all this stuff, too.
Fluoride is not good for you guys.
No.
Wow, some people just get really into this. That whole Procter & Gamble thing, is that like what
That's
it
it.
looks like? Okay, well, this one's saying it's a mirror image. There's a 666 in there somewhere. There's the 13 stars, which are the 13 fallen angels. There's just, wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
See what happens when you work for us, Emerald? You learn stuff.
Yeah.
See, we're kind of blowing Emerald away.
The Starbucks thing's here too.
That's right.
Well, they do this to me, so I seem shocked because they don't tell me what they're going to talk about before, and then I feel stupid when I try to counteract.
Well, to counteract, like if you could try to counteract. Good luck, girl. Okay, well, see, there you go. I mean, we just had somebody right now who thought I was smoking the crack, decided to go and Google this, and all of a sudden, what I just said, everything came up, and now she's going,
I feel stupid.
all right? So, am I smoking the crack? Well, not all the time, but I tell you right now, this is all about. What's the word I'm looking for? They want access to your brains, man. They want to rule you guys, all right? And they want basically to tell you what to do, how to vote, where to go, how to eat, how to sleep, what to buy. This is their intentions. Now, why is it their intentions? We can go different ways. Okay, let's. President Obama was just here on Friday. Okay, and for all those who don't know, he came in to Fresno, and the reason why he came into Fresno is because to talk about the drought. For those who don't know, California is in a very, very bad drought situation right now. The whole United States of America right now is getting slammed with snow and water, except for California. All right? And we talked about that last week. Alan was even saying it maybe had something to do with the chemtrails and seeding the cloud and yada, yada, yada. And it sort of kind of makes sense that, in California, we get hit hard with chemtrails. I mean, up and down California. But what happens is when they fly over California and leave the chemtrails, the wind takes these chemtrails or whatever's in them over the Sierras and over the rest of the United States. So it really doesn't stay here in California. And like Alan said, if they were trying to create some type of weather phenomena here in California, then they would leave the chemtrails out over the ocean where the wind would blow it over California. But that's not what's happening.
No, they're actually like I actually think they're punishing Californians.
Okay, let's
And
go.
I actually think it's-
You said it. I didn't.
I think it's the ag business doesn't want to use GMOs.
Okay, now let's go with that. The Central Valley of California is the breadbasket of the world. We feed so many millions and millions of people around the world here in California. We have produce, vegetables. We have it all here, guys.
Yeah, you might take the logo off. I think it's starting to make our. I think it's turning our chat guys into zombies.
I was gonna say, are they gonna go to Starbucks right now?
I don't know. You know, they're starting to smoke meth and stuff.
Oops. All right. So, oh gosh, Jeff, what's going on here? All right.
There's the Mothman.
Okay. So now let's talk about the drought in California. For all those who don't know, President Obama came down on Friday, and we had a couple of senators that came with him in the plane, and we had Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein. And we talked about this last week a little bit, as a matter of fact, and where Feinstein, husband, is a multi-gazillionaire. He's a businessman, okay? And he does a lot of building and buying. For example, right now he is allocated to build a lot of the new railway that's going through California. Also, he has gained a lot of contracts to purchase food from China. Wow. So, let's think about this.
We don't want their food.
Let's think about this. By taking away the water out of California, no more farmers, no more food. Well, we're going to have to get the food someplace, guys. Where's it going to come from?
I hope it ain't from China.
Where's it going to come from? Now, Dianne Feinstein is...
You know what else is bad? You can't grow a garden.
No.
They made it illegal.
In California.
Isn't it only in your front yard?
No. You can't have a garden. They can come and get you and arrest you.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I have a garden.
Well, I'm going to call the cops right now on your ass.
I don't have a garden.
Okay. See, they're trying... Okay,
No.
what they are trying to do is they're trying to take command of what you eat, what you drink, the whole 9 yards. All right? People don't get this. This is our government at work. Well, no, okay, let me stop right there. Not our government. It's the NWO who's doing this.
That's right.
It's the New World Order. The government is part of the New World Order.
Yeah.
Obama is the puppet. Feinstein, they're making millions and millions of dollars by just not allowing us to have more storage for this water. Therefore, eventually, we're going to have to go to China for all this food.
You know what I'm learning? I'm actually taking a plant science class, and we just talked about China food that we import.
Mm-hmm.
We turn away in a 4-month period almost 700 shipments from China because the food is either like rat infested, it's not that great of food, so we end up turning all that food away.
What food is coming from China that we purchase? I mean,
rice.
I don't know.
I bet you there's
that's
a lot
just
of
it.
rice.
You know, what is, and that's one of the reasons, you got to, who knows how they grow their food over there and what they feed their animals. You don't know.
And you don't know, like, what they're spraying on
Exactly.
it
You have no freaking clue.
Where did you hear about the garden
You don't
law?
even know how you fertilize
Just
it.
type it in.
did.
Home gardens illegal. Just type in something like that. Now,
this was like a couple of years
water
ago.
storage as well.
That's
you
right,
cannot.
that's right.
You can't collect rainwater.
You cannot collect rainwater. It's illegal, people.
That makes no... Why? That's like the stupidest law.
That is illegal. You cannot collect rainwater, or else they'll put you in jail. All right, go look that up.
I already knew the water one.
Okay.
Bill will make home gardening and organic farming illegal?
Yeah, and it already
I
passed.
thought it already passed.
It did. It already passed.
Yeah, I thought it passed already.
This website's completely against it. They're like, no, government, enough is enough.
Okay.
That's me.
Well,
I'm
see,
saying we
that
should
just-
like fire all of them.
See,
Why?
Why they want? Because
They want control.
they want
of
control of you, Emerald. Okay, right now. Okay, check it out, Emerald. Check it out. Right now, how many millions of people are out of work? 90 million people, I believe it is. Like 93,
Yeah,
94,
it's
and
a
it keeps
lot.
going up. All these people right now are surviving. How are they surviving right now? With the food stamps from the government. That's the only way they are eating. So by that right there is telling you that the government right now has control over your food. Because what happens right now if, let's just say, for the next 2 months, nobody is going to get their EBT or food stamps. Guess what's going to happen?
We have a riot.
We have a riot throughout the United States of America. People would be looting all the stores and literally killing for food.
Well, they're saying, hold on, back to the garden. They're saying it's illegal only if you try to sell any of it.
I thought it was just totally illegal.
No, I know they have a thing against the front yard gardening, but if you have one in your backyard, apparently according to this website, it's just if you try to sell it. I'm going to keep looking, but that's what I have so far.
Okay, well then how do people, for example, swap meets and these small local markets, people
That's right.
farmers markets, people grow their stuff on their property and they sell it. So what, is that illegal now? You can't do that anymore?
When did this pass?
It was a couple of years ago.
A while back.
Oh, but we still have farmers markets. and
Well,
everything.
sure we do, but
They're not enforcing it yet.
yeah.
But soon as they put in place, and I'm sure they're moving it in place as we speak.
Martial law.
That's right. As soon as all that happens, then they're going to crack down on every last single thing that they just passed these laws the last few years.
Now let's go back to the people on food stamps and all. Okay. Right now, it's jobs that create money that create. Okay. For some reason, right now, it's like the government would rather have people on food stamps and all that kind of stuff.
Well, they're
than give them
catering
jobs.
to them.
Well, exactly, and they're catering to them, so that way they're going. The Republicans eventually will say they're gonna say, vote for us because the Republicans want to take away your money and your food stamps, and that's how they're making the Democrats or all the people, the low-income people who need this, vote for them and keep voting for them.
Yeah.
All right. This is all part of the same. They want total control. They're winning. I mean, I can tell you right now, the next election year, which is 16, they're going to say everybody, all the people, 95 million, probably not. It'll probably even go up to 100 million. You vote for us, the Democrats. Don't vote for the Republicans because they want to take your money away from you. And guess what? Those people, they have to vote for the Democrats. They go, oh my God, Jeffrey and all those guys, they want to take our money. Screw you guys. I'm going to vote for the Democrats. And that's what happens.
Well,
but
I
it really
think
doesn't matter because the Republicans aren't for you either. I mean, they are for the guys with the logos.
Well,
that we were talking about.
Well, they're both corporate. The only way we're going to get rid of the whole thing is which is never going to happen, we need to get rid of the two-party system. People need to stop voting because I have family members who will vote Democrat just because they've always voted Democrat.
That's my parents.
They're brainwashed.
That's
totally.
my parents. That's my parents the same way. But
I mean, it's the same way in Washington. If the Republicans, in fact, they're seeing a lot of. You hear a little bit about it, but only what's his name from Arizona? He's voting Democrat and he's a Republican. But almost everything he votes...
McCain.
Yeah, McCain. I mean, he's acting like a Democrat, but really he's a Republican. It's because they try to divide you there, but really they have complete control of us as long as those two parties hold the House. Yeah. They are the New World Order. They are. And they're controlled by the guys that own these logos. Yep. The Illuminati.
To me,
the banksters.
To me, it's always been about jobs.
Yep.
All right? It's like, everybody, no matter who you are, would love to have a job. and to go to work every day to make money and able to survive, to feed your family if you have a family. But without jobs, you can't do this. So what is happening to our jobs at this point in time? Where are all the jobs going? Why are we not, the businesses are not being allowed to, it's like, why do people get upset when somebody who's an entrepreneur starts off in a garage building, whatever, and all of a sudden and makes it and starts making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now he's making millions of dollars. But then, all these other people are ticked off at them because they're making all this money. Well, this person in this garage who invented a computer or whatever is going to want to make more money. Well, that's the United States of America. Let them make more money. Guess what? If he wants to make a $1 trillion, let him. But in order for him to make that $1 trillion, he has to hire people to make him that money. He can't do it by himself. Whether it's a product, if it's a product, well, then the people have to make the product so they can sell it to the public. Let them do it. Let him do it. The mom and pop stores who are trying to make it, if the government is taxing them to death, then they can't, or like, for example, the insurance company, the Obamacare and all this kind of stuff, by doing that to the mom and pop stores, they cannot go and, if they want to make more money, they can't. They can't hire people in order to make more money because of what the government is doing to them.
Well, they might make more, but they pay more, so really they're not making nothing.
Exactly. So why would they want to hire somebody, one more person, where they would have to end up paying, like you said, more in taxes and more in medical and all that? Then there's no way. So then that family or the mom and pop store, their dream in life is shot down because now they can't make more money, and the whole idea is living happily without debt. But in order to do that, you have to hire people, and those people are the 95 million right now who don't have jobs.
See that I trip on this. I've been sick, okay, laying in bed all week. So the only thing you can do is watch TV, okay? And I'm watching these commercials, and what the magic number, $100. Everything's $100. I mean, except for the, buy one now for $19.99. Oh wait, there's more. Another, but only, like, they have a plan for ATT right now. 5 phones, $165 a month or something like that. 5 lines. And it keeps going. I mean, Comcast has a deal, $99 and something for your triple play. Okay, who has all this money? I mean, where are all these people getting that kind of money when really, I mean, I can't see where 5-line cell phone lines would be worth $165. I just can't see it. I don't see that. And I don't see that many people affording it. If they do afford it, I don't see them affording much more than that.
Like, what else? Where are they going to get the money now for food or gas or rent or mortgage?
And, like, you put up that picture, and it shows all these people standing on a train dock or whatever, rail place. And everybody's looking at their phone, but one guy, right? Uh-huh. And then everybody was making the jokes, and I thought it was funny, like, he won't pull out his phone because it's a track phone. Okay, everybody else has the $500 phone, paying, whatever amount for their contract, and that guy don't have it. He has a contract-less phone, probably. I mean, we're just making this up, but
right.
But only that would be funny because everybody would get it because everybody has to have the $500 phone.
And then he has the flip phone type of deal.
Right. I mean, everybody has to have that. I mean, if you don't have the correct phone, everybody looks at you funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that one? That's old. Ha.
Yeah.
I mean, today, Nathan, when we were out there, he's looking at your phone. Oh, is that the Apple 5 or whatever?
5S.
The 5S, no, it's just only the regular 5. It's like, oh,
He's the one with the thumbprint that you can, yeah. So,
but I mean, is it all going to that? It is weird. How do people afford that?
Yeah, I good question, because there's 95 million people out of work right now. So good question on that. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think there is way more to our surroundings than you guys really think is happening. Because, right now we just blew Emerald away with the logo and the whole nine, Procter & Gamble. You guys stick at this show, and we will let you know what's going on.
Really, we need to, this is something I've been saying for a while. On all this stuff, it's all tied together. Mm-hmm. Every last single bit of it. Mm-hmm. All being puppeted by a few people. Mm-hmm. Like the food stamp card that you're just talking about. They know everything you buy, when you bought it, what time you bought it, what time you went shopping, how many times you go shopping, what store you use, all the way to how many bananas you had. Mm-hmm. I mean, they know everything, and everybody they're trying to get everybody to use their bank cards, and then they track all that stuff. Like I was telling you earlier, we were doing a little bit of advertising on Facebook. And then Facebook had my banking information and actually billed me, and I never ever gave them any banking information.
I would complain about that.
And then I wanted to take my banking information off of Facebook, take it away from them. Mm-hmm. That's not an option. The option is keep it or change it to something else. But only they're going to verify it, so it has to. I mean, I tried to change it to bogus, and it won't let me. So I can't delete my banking information.
I don't have my banking information on Facebook. What did you have to do that? Why did you do that?
I didn't do it. I don't know how they got my banking information.
See, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they? You're being ripped off.
Somehow I am.
Alan just mentioned, they track everything you do, and there's a price that you have to pay in order for them to do that. For example, I'm holding up my Bonds card right here. All right. I shop at Bonds. Now,
they're going to zoom in and they're going to steal your identity.
I don't care. They can use this all the way. It gives me points. But what I'm trying to say is that this is not an ATM card. I use this because in Bonds, you can a lot of times they have sales. Like, for example, Pepsi. Sure. You can buy 4 cases for $2.99. If you buy more than 3, or if you buy 1, it's $5. But if you have the card,
you have to buy use the card.
You have to use the card, and you just get the card, and they give you the 4 for $2.99. But like he said, now they know exactly out of all of the the 150 items that I purchased, it all went on this card, and it's giving me all the sales and deals, and it actually works pretty good, because sometimes I'll end up having the total amount of $189 or whatever. And with this thing in there, it knocks about $40-$50 off. That's how much of a savings I get at Bonds by using this card. But like Alan said, they're tracking on everything that I buy, and they're actually giving me coupons because of what I purchased and all that kind of stuff. So it's all computerized, guys. They're keeping track of everything you do, and they are keeping they are keeping you guys in check on what you eat, what you drink. Again, I knew the Starbucks, there was something going on with the Starbucks when I found out about the logo. So, take it for what it's worth. Everything that I just told you right now is 100% fact. Go Google it. All right? Go Google it like Emerald just did. She's giving me the evil eye right now. Oh, and she flipped me off.
Research, question everything, and research everything.
Oh, what's the question? Oh, that stupid Joe Rogan. Never mind. So, okay. Well, that's the Starbucks. All right. Let's continue on with the Starbucks. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's continue on with the logo. All right. And we didn't get to talk about this the week after the Super Bowl because of the fire. No, not the fire. Something else. But I didn't get to show some pictures I wanted to show. Okay. Right now on live stream, what I'm going to do is I am going to show you the MVP player of the Super Bowl. He was, I don't remember his name, but I'm going to show you a picture of him right now as soon as I find him. There he is.
You had to bring up Super Bowl.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're a Denver lover, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right.
Have you noticed that one? I know this is going off they have the commercial. I think it's Vonage, and for one low price, you can make calls anywhere, and they go, that's crazy generous, right? When they first started that, the guy that was the spokesperson on the commercial, I think they were like making him like Jesus. He had the long hair, a beard, and everything, and but now he's in a suit and everything. He's now progressing, but they started him off like he was some kind of Jesus.
I never put that together. As far as I know, you're talking about.
Yeah, and they go, that's crazy generous, And at first he was looking like Jesus or something like that.
Wow.
But now he's in a suit, still looking like Jesus, and he's still crazy generous.
Wow.
Just thought I would bring that up.
They're mind tricking you there. Okay. All right. Now, the MVP I have up. All right. I spotted something on his shirt that really threw me for a loop. Okay. And I zeroed in on it, and there was a logo on his shirt. And to me, it looked very immature, like he actually wrote it himself, but it's not. Somebody told me this is an actual Nike T-shirt with this logo. And how come you don't have it yet? Is it that much of a delay?
I'm looking. Yeah, it might be just this computer. I'm going to hit live right now. There we go.
Okay. So
yeah, this computer is way
all
better.
right, look at his shirt. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you. Okay, there's his shirt. What I'm going to do is I zeroed in on it, and now I have, where is it? There it is. No, that's the old one. This is right here. Okay. This was on his shirt during the MVP shirt when he was doing his talking after he won the MVP. He actually wore the same shirt when he was in front of the microphones, and he wore the same shirt when he was driving down Disneyland in the car, waving to everybody.
For reals?
Yes.
Like, I'm going to Disneyland, and he was wearing that shirt.
Wearing this shirt. Now, if you notice it, I can't... Okay, for one thing, I see a pyramid. I see the all-seeing eye right in the middle of the pyramid.
Why is the circle broken?
Now look at the top of the circle. It's a snake.
Oh.
The tail is on the left-hand side, and the head of the snake is on the right-hand side. Serpent. This is Nike, guys. All right? Nike probably paid him $1 million to wear this shirt. He goes, you wear this shirt, we'll give you whatever you want. Now, I can't tell what the bottom letters are. If anybody can make that out or get a clear shot someplace else on the net, I would really appreciate it. But you guys, that's a freaking Illuminati sign right there, logo, right in front of your frickin' face. All right? I mean, that's no ifs, ands, or buts what that is. All right? I mean, what else do you want me to say? A lot of people don't think the Illuminati exists, New World Order exists. Look at this, guys. Here it is, right in front of your face. Of course, the most popular person at that time is going to be viewed by literally probably billions of people, and they're going to want to make sure whatever is on his person is going to be able to be seen by billions of people. It's weird, though, that why do they want us to know that is there? There is the all-seeing eye, the triangle, the Illuminati sign. There it is. Do they want to know that they are in control? And they are just telling us, you guys, we are in control of the world. There we are again. All right? I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. There it is. Go Google it. It's on his freaking shirt.
Yeah, wasn't it? They're talking about chat and the 9/11 thing. Wasn't he, when he was talking, that the 9/11 truther guy jumped in and said something?
Oh yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact. And matter of fact, that we posted that on our on the Facebook page. But a 911 truther, while he was talking, this MVP was talking on the behind the mics right after the game. This 911 truther somehow got on the site without any credentials and was able to get on there. And then he pulled the mic away and said, "We need to look into the 911. It was, it wasn't what you think. It was,
right,
all that."
Well, there's stuff like that all over Facebook too.
Oh yeah, the 911 thing.
Well, they have never ever released the videos.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. There, and I posted this on my Facebook page. Somebody sent, I don't know if I saw it, somebody sent it to me, but last year or the year before, they actually had a conference here, very small one, where there was a, what Scott Walter is, he demolition expert, and he came and talked, and so Kopi and Kim on Channel 26 had him, okay, and he actually was talking to Kopi and Kim about what they discovered on the aftermath and how the building came down. And Kim and Kopi were just like, they were blown away because what he said verified that 911 was an inside job. And it pretty much put Kopi and Kim in their place because they're a total it's bull crap, according to them.
Well, a lot of America thinks
yeah,
that. They
but
believe whatever the news people like Kopi tells them.
Yeah, but what this guy was informing them on the evidence that was discovered on everything, Kim was just like, no, this can't be. You know, she was blown away. Kim Stevens. I'm sorry.
Well, there's videos.
There is a video of that.
No. There's a video of that because I've seen that one. But there's also pictures from video stills that you see. Unfortunately, you see the plane in the building, but right as it's hitting, there's an explosion at a lower level.
Right.
So how does that happen?
Yeah. I mean, so again, this particular setup here. Oh, see, now we're going to go to the 911. We can't go into this 911 because there's other things I want to talk about. But because I would be talking for another 2 hours on this because there's a couple of theories.
It's all from the reptilians, man.
There's a couple of theories that what I think the reason 911 happened, but I'm not going to go there right now. Thanks, Emerald, for bringing that up.
Sorry.
But we'll come back to it on another show and do the 9/11 thing.
Okay.
It is a good thing to talk about.
It's crazy stuff. All right. So, the Illuminati are everywhere. Their logos are everywhere. You know, we are being run by certain people that want to rule the world. It's as simple as that. And they want to rule your lives. And they are doing it as we speak, but you just don't know they are doing it.
There's so many logos that I use every day that are on this list.
What logos are you talking about?
Like, from the Illuminati, like the companies like Chevron, Starbucks, McDonald's. Everybody eats McDonald's. Dell, History Channel.
Wait. You say History Channel?
The History Channel logo is on here.
H2H.
It's the gold H with the red box behind it. The History Channel. Dell, GameCube. I have a GameCube. Taco Bell, Chrysler, OnStar, Valero. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Shell, Wells Fargo, Sam's Club, Walmart. That wasn't surprising. Fox News. That's not surprising. MasterCard, Goodyear, Subway, Jack in the Box.
But see, why are they choosing these? I mean, is there a proof? They're just putting them out there.
Lockheed Martin. Yeah,
before they really get into any of these, I need to see. Okay, show me the logo and show me the reason these people are thinking that. Because
it's the whole the compass, the square. Hold on.
Well, yeah, that's the Masonic.
Yeah, so it has like all these. Hold on, the 47th propositions, the oblong square. It gives you like the description of something that has to do with Illuminati and the Masons and
their
stuff like
logos.
That. Yeah, or just even the shape of their logo.
They're all owned by.
These are all big major.
Yeah.
companies.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're all owned by the people that like those kind of logos, because it really tells you who owns it.
Air Force. Well, Lockheed Martin's a weapons manufacturer, I believe.
Well, they own our government completely, and probably every government in the world.
Yeah.
Are controlled by these guys.
Now, since we're talking again with the Illuminati and the all-seeing eye, the Olympics recently, Shaun White, who did not win any medals, well, on the bottom of his board, there is a logo. And I'm going to show you that logo right now.
On the bottom of his board? Like skateboard?
Have his
Snowboard?
Snowboard. And I'm gonna zero in on it right here. I'm doing that right now as we speak. And it so you guys should be getting in here pretty soon. But to me, that looks like the all-seeing eye again. So, I know it's a logo, obviously, and you know what? That's not the bottom of his board, because the way the board comes up like this, that's on the top of the board. So where it can be viewed, you know, like where it's at right now. So, you know, it's all over the place, and they probably, whoever is the company that makes these boards, obviously probably paid him a sponsorship. Hey, we're going to let you use our board. We'll give you $500,000. Go to the Olympics. Use this board.
Or they told him, you're the winner. You'll be famous. You'll make a lot of money. But you got to join us and sign a contract.
Could be.
Did he win?
Nope. This year he didn't win a single medal.
Wow.
So maybe he didn't sign the contract.
No, I don't know. Good question. But see, there goes in another, you know, sign right there.
Maybe he's a clone.
A clone. So okay, logo, Sean. You know, we can do this all freaking day. Obviously, let's just move along a little bit here. Let's talk about Stan Romanek. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Oh yeah.
Okay, he was supposedly busted yesterday. For all those who don't know who Stan Romanek is, he is the gentleman who was in his house and saw this alien walk up to the window and was looking at him, and he actually got video of it. As a matter of fact, Chasing UFOs did an episode on that particular situation or case. Now, I saw the Chasing UFOs episode. The alien head that I was looking in the window, okay, was probably this size.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Chasing UFOs, that episode? Do you remember it? Really good?
Yeah, the one where they laid on the ground. Ben laid on the ground.
It was Ben, I think it was James Fox who laid on the ground. Okay, but either way.
Doesn't matter. Somebody laid on the ground. Yeah.
The bottom of the window to the dirt was this far.
Right.
How can a real alien with a head that big peek over the window and have his body only a foot? You follow me?
Yeah.
That's telling me that's bullshit. How can you do that? And
that really was about this much. It was about that big because he was able to lay under there.
He was laying there, and right above his stomach was the windowsill.
Oh.
I mean, it would have literally that much, dude. And
so the alien would have had to been laying down and go.
No, because because he was looking like this straight up through the window.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's telling me I'm thinking he pulled a fast one.
Well, that's what Chasing UFOs said too.
I don't think it could have been done.
It was like a fake head.
Yeah, or somebody holding it like this maybe.
Right.
Because the body of an alien should have been this tall.
It would have been proportional.
Yeah, proportional.
Yeah, I mean, he would be like right there.
And if it was standing, because the bottom of the head was literally at the bottom of the window. Okay, well, anyways, that's his story. That's who this guy Stan Romanek is famous for. Well, supposedly he got busted for having child porn. All right. Now, the reason why I am talking about this is that I don't know if this story, or I should say the alien story, you know, he's been on tours and on the speech circuits and the whole 9 yards, you know, conferences, and he makes money because of this incident that happened to him. Now, for this to come out and they're trying to say that he had child porn on his laptop or whatever. I guess it came from Homeland Security. Now,
couldn't they, like, I think of this all the time, like, I fix people's computers with viruses. What if, just like how they put a virus on your computer, they put porn on your computer?
They can easily do it.
I mean, it is not hard.
I am terrified that I don't use my computer anymore. I use my iPhone.
I mean, the files that they load from the virus could have the porn in it.
And then
you would never know.
You never know. And you could put it someplace behind in your computer on your hard drive, and you'll never know it's there.
Yeah.
Homeland Security come in, walking in, type in a couple of codes. There it is. Busted.
Yeah. And only they would be able to find it because they know where it is.
You know it is. Yeah. So that's what scares me about doing what we're doing now, is being set up.
Yeah.
Because that really scares me. And, you know, I'm not afraid of dying or anything. You know, it just, we are now well known that I think if something were to happen to us or happen to one of us, I think people would get it. Mm-hmm. But the only problem is, what was Jeff talking about before they X'd him that made them do that? Because, you know, we go around, come on, tonight we talk about so much kind of, we're all around.
We went all the way to 9/11 and
you
back.
know, so it's like, you know, I don't know. But that's what scares me. And sometimes, too, you really have to think about, well, maybe this guy, Stan Romanek, maybe what he's saying is the truth about the alien. Maybe he's saying something else now that they're saying, you know what, we need to shut this guy up. And this is what they did to him.
Could be.
Okay.
Really could be.
So,
because he actually was claiming that was only one incident at the one. He was having like all
abductions,
kinds of
abductions, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, abductions and everything that's entitled to a sighting is now happening to him, and maybe people are really starting to believe him, and the government said, okay, you know what, we got to take this guy out now, and by doing this is what how they took care of the problem.
Yeah,
maybe
he didn't listen to the Men in Black.
They're not going to kill him, because that would really throw up a red flag. Yeah. But let's do something else that would take him out of the limelight, and people would go, you know what, this guy's a joke. Look at what they found on this computer. How can we believe him now? So, all right. So there you go.
Man, is that what they did to what was his name? The one that did the Saturday morning cartoon, or
okay,
the one with the bicycle. What was that guy's name? Is that what they did to him?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They took him out, man. He was like a big star, and all of a sudden,
Oh, Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee, yeah. I mean, maybe they did that to him like that.
I don't know. Well, Pee Wee Herman got busted because he was in the theater doing.
Oh, I thought they busted him with something on the computer.
No, that's how they busted him there, and that pretty much, he was gone for a while. So okay, anyway, okay, another story that I read just recently. You know how we're always talking about missing people?
Oh yeah,
and so many missing people. Well,
just like that map that we were just looking
right?
at of the red. The giant. Mm-hmm. That's what the missing people map looks like.
Now,
exactly.
They just came out and they arrested some girl who they arrested for killing somebody, and her husband or boyfriend, whoever, too. Well, she just confessed that she's killed 22 people around the United States using Craigslist. And the reason why they're killing these people is for using them in satanic rituals.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Okay.
It is.
So,
yeah.
We have literally hundreds and thousands of people that go missing every year. I mean, you're just, your neighbor, sweet old person who goes jogging and poop, he's gone or she's gone. A child leaves from school that takes the same route every single day, boom, gone. Well, there are people like this out there now. I mean, I remember when I was in elementary school, I would walk from Madison Elementary all the way home, and my parents didn't have to fear for nothing.
Right.
Nowadays, you got to watch your kids like a hawk. Mm-hmm. Even your wife or your girlfriend, what happened to you, out in the parking lot, Emerald, and you end up keying the guy in the stomach. He was trying to rob you. Mm-hmm. Well, you were in a place where obviously they couldn't try kidnapping you if that's what they wanted, because there's probably a lot of people around. But you girls out there and guys, because they're doing it to everybody now, try not to be by yourself in secluded areas where no one can see you, because anybody could come right up to you, hit you over the head, knock you out, take you in their car, and you're gone. That's it.
Carry something like mace. Hold your keys a certain way. It's all about how you hold yourself. You walk with your head up. You hold your keys a certain way.
You're right. And what I was just talking about, Emerald was at a shopping center, a market, grocery store, and you were leaving or getting there?
I was getting there, and I was stupid. I should have got my wallet while I was in the car, but I got out of my car. I left my wallet in the car, so I opened my door again, and I grabbed my wallet. And the guy comes up behind me, grabs my shoulder, spins me around, pushes me against my car, has his hands on my shoulders. And as soon as he said, gimme, I was like, oh, man. But he said, like, give me your wallet, give me your purse. So I had my wallet in one hand, my keys in the other. Well, you're not getting my wallet because I had my tuition check in there. So I just keyed him really hard.
Now, what do you mean by keyed him?
I have my keys in my hand, and then my car key is my thickest key. So I put my key into the side of his stomach, twisted, and ripped it out.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was bleeding a little bit, and he ran off.
That'll give him an infection.
Yeah, well, he's
you
gonna
know
have
what
a
kind of
nasty
crap
scar.
is in a purse, man.
Well, who knows? I don't know if you actually could you have punctured a organ in that area.
Well, I mean, I could have. It's right under your ribs.
If
It's
he was
where
a
I got him.
methy, like a meth person, and didn't have no fat on him, you might have got him.
You might have got him really good. He could have bled to death. Who knows? He's dead someplace. But oh well. That's what he gets for messing with emeralds.
You
Death
picked the
by a
wrong
Prius.
girl.
Death by a car key.
So okay, that's all I have on my list. And I know I was going to talk about some. You guys were just adding some other stuff. Oh crap! I should have wrote it down.
Sorry, we
And
distracted you.
You know, they
Yes,
just
you
passed a
did.
law in California, in San Diego, that says that everybody should carry a gun. Did you see that?
No.
I need to go get mine.
Yeah, they were saying that that the counties that make certain rules that keep you from having a what do you call it, a permit, a concealed carry permit,
Yeah.
are illegal. So any of the rules that the counties put on you that keeps you from having a concealed permit is illegal. They can't turn you down just because you don't have a good reason, what they call it, good cause.
Yeah.
So the good cause thing, gone. Go get your permit, people that are in California. Go get it. That just passed like 3 or 4 days ago.
Really? Okay,
Yeah, and I've been telling everybody around here.
I think I should. It should
You
go.
need
Our
to get
sheriff
one,
right
Jeff.
now is passing out those things. All you have to do is apply, have a gun,
Have a good
know,
score. be
Alan's
good
Alan's friends told him, because of the line of work we are in now, you guys both need to get concealed weapons.
the just because of the amount of fame. You know, I don't want to say we're like really famous, or I'm just saying that there's a notoriety a little bit more, and you get noticed in public, and they're saying that you could be targeted because of it. They'll think you have money, and they'll be hitting us up like they did Emerald. And I have a cane, but a lot of these guys, I rather shoot them.
Yeah.
Can't chase them.
You could key
It's
it.
like, go ahead and run, sucker.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a good shot.
All right. Now I found out what I wanted to talk about next. And this will probably, I don't know, maybe last another 15 minutes. But Alan was going on Facebook and pulled up a photograph. And he was tell everybody about this photograph before I put it up.
This guy was having a reoccurring dream, and there was this one person in the dream, a man in the dream, and he was going to a psychologist or something like that, and he drew a picture of the man that was in the dream, in this reoccurring dream, and the psychologist left the picture, incidentally. It wasn't like on purpose or anything, just left it on the coffee table of the office, or it's something like that. But anyways, as people came in that were other clients, some of them would say, hey, that's the guy in my dream. So then the psychologists found that, hey, there was quite a few people that have this guy in their dream. So then they made a copy of it and sent it to other psychologists, and told them to see if other people. Well, it turns out this guy is in everybody's dreams all around the world, not just this guy's turning up in lots of people's dreams, millions of people. And I think you could go to thisman.org.
There you go.
Thisman.org, and you can see the pictures of this guy.
I just placed that on live stream right now. It's like Alan was saying.
You know what it reminds me of?
thisman.org.
This is gonna date me so bad.
1936.
Back a long time ago, there was a TV show called Superman with George Reeves.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Uh-huh.
And then on one of the episodes, there was these little creatures that came out of the ground. And they and I can't remember if it was a mine or something, but there was like a hatch, and they would come out of the ground. They were just little dudes, and they didn't mean to hurt anybody, but only they had like some kind of radioactive thing on them that messed people up or something like that. And Superman rounded them up and put them back, and then fixed it so they couldn't get out of the ground anymore.
Oh, that sounds familiar now.
But only that is what they look like. They look like that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, almost identical. Maybe I could find that clip.
They can go to YouTube and see if you can find it in YouTube or something.
I can't remember what the name of the episode is, but
well, in Alan's website that he just gave, what is it?
Thisman.org.
Supposedly, there are other photographs of the same man drawn
by other people.
Left out bits and pieces of his facial features, so with no hair or different ears or whatever, but they all look to be about the same. And I just found this is really cool. I mean, who is this guy? Why is everybody having this guy in their dreams? I don't know.
And sometimes, like according to the website, sometimes he's mean. Sometimes he's nice. Sometimes he saves you in the dream. Sometimes he's the one after you in the dream. I mean, it's weird.
Not mine.
So right now, what we're trying to do is, anybody in chat, has anybody seen this guy in your dreams?
This guy's hanging in the post office. No, I'm just kidding.
Is anybody in chat right now freaking out and crying because they know this guy in their dreams?
So far, no. They just say he's the unibrow guy.
Yeah. Big old eyebrows.
Okay, well, I mean, there it is. This is interesting. Who is this guy? Why is he in everybody's dreams?
This guy's face is hanging in all the Starbucks.
So, I don't know. Good question. I don't know who this guy is. Never seen him before in my life, so I couldn't tell you who this guy is. So, Oompa Oompa.
He kind of is like that. It kind of looks like that, like the Oompa Loompa.
Well, I'm on the site right now, and I'm reading some of the dreams that they're having, and one of them is, I dreamt this man. He was Brazilian and very handsome. He was a school teacher with 6 fingers on his right hand. He said the U.S. had a nuclear disaster go north.
6 fingers would be, that would be the Nephilim. Man,
nuclear disaster go north, huh?
Yeah. And these are all just different random dreams, which is interesting. He's not like in one specific story. It's just they're just seeing this guy, and he's not warning them all. It's just they're just different.
And I have this one guy on my Facebook that I keep up with, and at first I thought he was totally out there. He talks about reptilians, and they actually rule the world according to him. And they could actually clone you, like take a piece of your hair or something like that, and within 8 days they can grow a you. It looks just like you. And he says that this is. I was thinking about that on that Stan Romanowski thing, and other people. They say he's been saying that they could have these clones go kill somebody or do child porn or something and videotape them or take pictures of it.
Blackmail your ass.
Yeah, and then you have no idea, because when you're in your REM sleep, they pull your consciousness out of your body and it goes into the clone. But when you come back, you don't have any memory of what you did, and really it was a clone that did it. And then he talks about some people like that are famous, rich and famous. They all go there, and they like to do things to children, so they'll clone children. And then they'll do these things, these acts with these children. They can murder you over and over and over and again. They could call you out of REM and put you into a clone, and they could have like 20 clones lined up. That's you. and then they could torture you and abuse you and cut you up and mutilate you, eat you, whatever, and keep doing that. But he says that if you get out of control, so that they could like live on, like the queen wants to live on, they could take her essence and put it into this little chip thing, and out of this lizard thing, and they put it under the eye, and it actually takes over your consciousness and turns you turn into that other person, and then they live in your body. They're not really looking like the queen anymore, or whoever, right, or the famous person, but they're still living on, and they can keep doing that indefinitely. I read an article just the other day that scientists are saying they can now do that.
All right, let's go. I'm getting sick. No more.
But I'm saying these are the Illuminati are controlled by these reptilians, and what's weird is the reptilian thing keeps coming up. Like in that logo that you had with the snake eating the snake, that's a reptilian. Yeah. And the Illuminatis, they're all
dragons.
They're all about reptilians. The Illuminati has a reptilian on everything. I mean, they're reptilian crazy. And so I still, sometimes the guy says some wacko stuff, but only, man, a lot of the things I've read over the year or so that he's been my friend is now really starting to really come together. And anybody that has a Facebook or no Facebook, you could actually go and read his whole website. He invites anyone to read everything he has because he wants to reveal these reptilians, what they're doing. So he says, go check out his Facebook page, Donald Marshall. M-A-R... Marshall.
S-H-A-L.
Yeah, L-L.
Okay.
But anyways, go check it out and read this guy's stuff.
And be sick like Emerald.
Yeah.
All right. We're
really
almost done here.
Yeah.
Last thing we need to talk about are tickets for the March 9th show, or the taping of Paranormal Central. We handed out some today. Obviously, we want a certain amount, and therefore we're giving more tickets than we are allowing to go in there, only because there are available seating in there. But so we do have a lot of tickets to give away. You guys are still more than welcome to get more tickets if you want tickets. If you haven't got any tickets, if you weren't able to go today to the site at the Crest Theater where we were handing out tickets, we still have plenty. Somehow get a hold of Alan or myself. Either text us on Facebook or email me at sangerparanormal@aol.com.
Or they can even go to the event page. We'll make the event page for March 9th, and they can leave their name and how many on there.
What we need to do is, obviously, we need to get you the tickets. Or if you want the tickets and then you can't, there's no way for you to get to us between now and then, we can do a will call. We'll put them in an envelope for you and leave them there at the site the day of. Just make sure you show up at 9:30. And if you, like I said, we'll leave them there for you. So let's do it that way. Or you can also call me on the 24-hour hotline at 559-287-8367. And don't do it now, though. Do it in about an hour. 287-8367, and give me your name, address, and how many you want, and I will email them to you. Because we had the UFO family out of Madeira. Instead of them coming all the way down here, I told them, just give me a number and I'll email or send them to you via mail, and I will do that within the next couple of days.
Okay, now, I have a feeling a lot of them, they don't know what is going to happen that day.
I think you're right.
And that's why there's not really a run on these tickets. So you might want to tell everybody a little bit of what's going to go on.
Talk show. It's not what you see right now on TV or hearing what we're talking about. I mean, this is not going to be anywhere remotely close to what we're going to do on March the 9th. Just imagine you in the audience at the Jimmy Kimmel or a David Letterman or a Johnny Carson or a Jay Leno type of atmosphere. A large set is going to be built. There's going to be the couch. There's going to be the desk. There's going to be cool props everywhere. The set design is going to be very cool looking. It's not going to be generic like you would see on the Jay Leno or Jimmy Kimmel. It's going to be off the wall, very cool looking. Our in-house band, Possessed Tranquility, will also be there, set up to the left of the set, in the set, just like you would see in, Jimmy Kimmel and the David Letterman with Paul Schaefer. They're going to be performing live. In other words, they're going to be bringing us into the show and out, commercial, the whole 9 yards. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 or 5 episodes that day. Now you're going, what do you mean? Well, imagine we're going to film 1 episode first. So imagine the show is starting, the band is playing, the credits are rolling. Then all of a sudden, it comes into the set. You guys are clapping. Somehow I'm already on the set. I don't know how we're going to do this yet. And, like the monologue, how Jimmy Kimmel does all this. Well, I don't know what we're going to do yet. I have, some ideas. And then, Alan is going to be there already. And we're going to start off the show. And there's going to be 7 segments in the show. So in other words, we're going to have commercials in the whole 9 yards. But you're not going to see the commercials. We're going to have breaks. And eventually the commercials will be put in to their appropriate spot by the network. So we're going to have, just like you see on Jimmy Kimmel, you'll have an actor come in, sit down and talk, what they're going to talk about. Either they're going to talk about a book, they're going to talk about a show, they're going to talk about a movie. You might see somebody from a reality show might show up. We're going to have different types of people, people who have abduction situations. We're going to talk about Bigfoot. We're going to talk about UFOs. We're going to talk about being burned by a UFO. So all that's going to happen, and we're going to do that throughout the whole day. So in other words, let's say the first episode is going to be about the police officer being burned. Well, that's going to be Manuel Amparano. We're going to have him on, plus some other guests on that particular episode. So, but before all that, before we get Manuel onto the set to sit down on the couch to talk about a story, we are going to have a news break by our anchor, who we've already chosen, and we're going to have her on the set next to us, and she's going to be giving us the past week's most exciting UFO sightings, Bigfoot sightings, what have you, and as a news anchor, and she's going to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed with the show, do our commercials, all that. Then end up with the first episode finished. Then we're going to start another episode. I will go change suits. Alan will go change shirts, so that way it doesn't look like we have the same clothes on.
Okay, one of the things though about the taping, it won't be like retakes. You know what I mean? Like, you won't see. There's not going to be an hour of you like.
Well, I might mess up. Trust me, I'm not a professional, so I'm going to goof up. They might say, "Stop, do it again."
But only where the goal is to shoot it like it is live.
Right.
No editing later.
Right.
Once you get done with that episode, you're done, and you start with the second one. No editing at all.
Right.
No edit. So it's going to be shot like live, like we're doing it right now. Like we can't go back and do a redo.
Right. Exactly. So, again,
it's called live to tape.
Live to tape.
There you go.
We're going to try 4, hopefully 5 episodes, depending on the material that we have. I just don't want to do 5 episodes just because we have to do 5 episodes. I want to make sure we have 4 good ones, and we're going to go from there. We have a major production company coming in from out of state. It's going to be really cool looking. You guys are going to have a good time. If you guys have never been to a filming of any type of, whatever, this is going to be the first. You're going to have an idea of how it's done. We're going to be throughout the day giving away prizes. On the ticket stub itself, you're gonna tear away. You're gonna keep the major part with the number, and you're gonna give us the stub with the same number, and we're gonna put it in a drawing. And throughout the day, while you guys are there, we're gonna be pulling out, your number, and we're gonna be giving you some prizes. There's gonna be some really cool prizes. The best prizes are gonna be at the very end because we want you to stay. Again, we want you to get there at 9:30 on March the 9th because we're going to start filming at about 10 or 10:30. We're going to probably do 1 episode first, take a lunch break, then come back and do the next 3 or 4 depending on how time is allowed to us. The latest we'll probably go is about 5 o'clock on that Sunday. So it's not like we're going to be there all night, you guys, okay? You guys are going to have a fun time. We're going to have fun. I don't know what else to tell you. I know probably for a fact that this will eventually get put on TV. And I'm hoping that this is going to be way more it's good. It's going to be bigger than we think. Trust me. So, it's going to be exciting, and so there you go. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Again, you guys can. It's not going to be scary. Trust me on that. It's not going to be scary because we had somebody come by to get tickets today, and she was debating of bringing his younger son, which was about 7 or 6 or 8, right around there, and he didn't want to have him go home having nightmares. But we told her that's not what's going to go down here. We told her what was going to go down, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I can bring him." So,
but only can that 7-year-old sit there,
the whole day.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know there'll be breaks where they can get up and down, but it's not going to be like. Your audience.
Right. So, when we break for commercials, you'll have time to go to the bathroom, come back, all that kind of stuff, and then they're going to have lunch break. They're going to be. You can buy food there. I believe they're going to have. I don't know what they're going to have there, but you can buy food there, or you can go out and go get something and come back. But it's going to be a fun time. Again, these tickets are free, but all we ask is for you to come and sit with us the whole day because we can't leave these seats empty. So we're hoping for at least between 200 and 300 people. So there's plenty of tickets left. Just let us know if you want some and how many you want. Okay. Just if you want to take 20, that's fine. Just make sure those 20 come up and come for the show. So. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for us today. I really appreciate you guys showing up. And, we had a blast, obviously, like we do every week. We love doing this. And we want to thank you very much. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez.
There will be T-shirts.
Oh, we're selling shirts. Yeah, we'll talk about it next week, I guess.
Yeah, we'll talk about the shirts.
Yeah, so. All right, for Jeffrey Gonzalez, Alan Thomas, and Emerald, we thank you for showing up tonight. We will see you next week. Same time, same bat channel, I guess. All right, you guys, take care. Good night. Peace.
Your 7-year-old can go.
You have been listening to Paranormal Central with Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas, broadcasting worldwide at ParanormalCentral.net and on ArtBell.com. Stay tuned for next time. Remember to keep your eyes to the skies, and we hope you witness something you cannot explain.